You can feel it in the streets on a day like this. That it feels like summer. I feel like summer. I feel like summer. You can feel it in the streets on a day like this. That I feel like summer.
All right, what's good? Let's do the thing. All right, what's happening, y'all? Happy Friday. Got some Gambino to start the morning. Oh, I hope you guys feel good, feel alive. I was just outside, and oh my God, it is so cold. It's like -30 or something. I got brain freeze just by existing outside right now. It was madness, absolutely madness. But yeah, let's get into the market. Let's see what's gonna give us today. It's got to give us something good, right? I feel like there's kind of no way around it. There's just the only option today. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Let me go through the chat here real quick. Oh wow, guys, you guys do not have to do all that. Y'all are wildin'. Thank you, Harshi. I appreciate it. I think that's 50 Canadian, bro. I appreciate you. That means a lot to me. Get yourself a bottle or two of wine with that cake. That's crazy, Mateo. Man, thank you guys, for real. That's genuinely, that's love. Mateo Ayala, get your happy birthday, Mike. Get yourself a vegan cake. Thanks, man. You know what? We will. We'll get it. We'll make it happen. Appreciate you, Shelby, Vaughn. Thank you guys. These markets don't stand a chance. No chance. We're locked in right now. Creativo, Edgar, thank you. Buenos dias. Feliz dia. Gracias, Daniel, Patrick, Joe. Appreciate you, man. David, Ruben, DeAndre. Happy born day. Thank you. Appreciate you, CJR. Hope you get all the pips you want out of the market today. Oh, we will. Don't you worry. Gabriel, thank you, and shout out to you. I believe, right, you passed your funded account yesterday, so congratulations, man. That is a present enough for me. Trust me. Buenos dias, Daniel. More life, more motion, king. Thank you, man. Alex, appreciate you. Rafa, Michael, thank you, man. Kevin Block took the gold buy. Hey, print, please. Kevin, KB, make that. You just take gold, man. Run that up. Brandon, Seth, Lonzo. Where am I here? I think I lost track. Melania, ¿cómo estás? Gracias. Caius, Brandon Kinder. Happy birthday to me. Thank you, everybody. Happy Lana, Drip, Kev, Jay, Luis, Canzada. Anyone else just got a complimentary TopStep X account added? Well, let's see. That would be quite the birthday present. And, no, I don't see that one. No, sir. Did you get an email or what? Buenos dias. Amy, Estefania, Karen, Mago Navarrete. Thank you so much, Taylor. To the girls, to Michael. Thank you guys. Isaiah, Justina, Agnet, happy birthday. Thank you. Crazy Mike, I think your gift should be delivered today according to FedEx. Beautiful. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Possible gold sales shakeout near London highs. Let's dive into it. Thank you, everybody else. Diego, Jeff. What's up, brother? Neri, Marty. Also, happy birthday to you. Keresha, Kevin. Huh. Yeah, I don't know, man, but I guess you got blessed too, bro. It's my birthday present to you. You know, I talked to TopStep. I was like, hey, let's give this guy an account, yeah? But all right, let's dive into it. I'm not buying Dow here. We're definitely seeing quite a bit of bearish momentum with Dow over in these parts of town. So we got, I think NQ probably takes out London and New York lows. I'm more interested in buys with NQ maybe down here. So we have New York open in 10 minutes or so. Hey, run that 100K up, bro. Run it up. Come on now. And so yeah, we see a nice sweep, like a big. Obviously, this thing just bleeds out, trades into this structure before running up a bit higher, and then you get another leg down right here before continuing. So I do think we could either see an exchange of money, so see the buys come into it based off of this massive sell-off, and then just based off of the sells we see in here. We got very strong momentum yesterday, right? We came up into the zone. We traded up here back and forth for, quite a few hours. So I think the chances of this buy holding up are pretty good. So we'll keep an eye out on NQ if we get something here today. And we also, obviously, we've seen Dow start to continue to work its way down. So my thoughts on why I don't want to take this. So we're trading back towards midnight Thursday. So this is like going into Asian session ending, London session beginning. So trading into this price action, whereas we have S&P already traded in this area yesterday. It's like actually this, I believe, is the same zone. So I think S&P would have to drop again, like right there. And then NQ played into this zone yesterday, which actually ended up working out. And then we're kind of back there. So NQ is still trading a bit higher than this price. So I think we could get a push down. If we push down and then immediately recover, maybe we get kind of a shakeout setup going here. So yeah, it's pretty dope. Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys. Y'all did not have to go out of your way and gift me these things. Like that's, way above what is expected, guys, which is nothing. You got a free 50K too? Sheesh. Hey, anyone else getting free accounts? Check your TopSteps. I love it. All right, so indices, kind of a dud, kind of meh right now. So let's keep an eye out on price action over here. So I'm going to set some alerts if we start to crack our way down into these areas with just across the board. That way we're kind of just ready for all of this lovely price action. Okay, cool. Makes sense. So from here, could we see shorts with Dow Jones? Is that possible? How do you guys feel about this? We had a nice little pump up here. We came back down. The market recovered, traded right back into here, and then continued to the downside. So I definitely like some shorts. It's summertime, right? Summertime vibes. So the shorts got to come out. So we got this over here. Got some liquidity, last pump, and then everything drops. So if we have market conditions in which Dow Jones is a slower bull, in which, if everything does work its way higher throughout this at some point throughout the session today, and we make it over to here, then that would be clearing London highs, Tokyo highs, and trading into this nice bullish move. Smart money buys here, clear some highs, fill an imbalance. So we could have some action over here later today. So that's indices for now. The trade of the day yesterday was oil, and we sniped this bad boy. Come on. Sadly, at least with my futures prop firms accounts, wasn't able, time ran out. So only ended up, I think, collecting a little over a 2R, 2.3 or something. TP would have been smacked for right under a 4.5 if it would have been, that was my intraday. And then for my holds, so my account, which I hold overnight, we ended up running this to an 8R. So this bad boy, this did its thing. We got the job done over here. Who got this one? Come on. Who printed on this? Who got the dub? I already know. The oil buy went crazy. Damn, they gave me one as well. Is it from when they were having those problems? Yeah. Here's the thing, man. Where's my account? What's up? Is it in your like TopStep X dashboard, or is it? I guess I have all the accounts, so that's probably why they won't give me one. That's still bogus. I feel like they should still give me one anyways. Right? Come on. Just in case. That way I can just go. I can just full send an account. And I'll have the backups. I feel like this is bogus. Alright, whatever, man. Alright, so yeah, oil just doing big things. And now, and we talked about why, right? We said we've been seeing accumulation over here. So after all of this sideways movement, a big breakout was bound to happen. And that was the beauty of London sessions volatility. So, I mean, excellent movement here. Let me know in the chat if you got to take oil buys. Yen buys, all right, I'll take a look at that. Potential shakeout on oil, but only if it stays in the imbalance. Oh, you're saying because of the highs that it's taking out right now? We can take a look at this because I feel like there might be a setup up here as well. Yeah, Alex, we could see that NQ taking out the highs of today and yesterday and then dumping. That's a possibility. Yeah, the sell on Bitcoin played out too. We'll go over that in a second. I wanted ETH to go higher. Wasn't the case. What's up, Kazakhstan? Amilcar, how's it going? Got that oil W. Let's go, Seth. While you were running Sundance, crazy. Couldn't hold it overnight. I feel that. They added mine 30. Hey, maybe they'll get to me later, right? Is there a way around having your trades not expire when sessions roll over? Not that I know of. Okay, so at this point now, what do we have going on? So we're zooming out here. Let's go 4 hour. We saw a spike here on the 4 hour, right? Well, this is obviously post all of the Venezuela price action and what we got. So as of right now, the breakdown was on point. That we were gonna have oil prices for oil drop short term, very short term, and then from there absolutely run. So that's what we're seeing now. Everything is going according to plan. Here, now, oh, here it comes. I had to sneeze, man. Okay, so here we're finally trading up into this range. Now we got a nice pump up here where we had liquidity. Now this is 14th of January. So we clear the highs. We can use the replay tool to get over here. So we see money come in, take out these highs, and then drop. Honestly, I feel like we didn't even mitigate this. Like, we got close, but whatever. This is maybe CL hit it. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, the actual contract on here on CL, the mini contract, did tap in and then drop. From here, same thing. We came up, dropped down. Now we've been chopping up. So, I wonder, have we gotten above 61? Because I do think we could close out from over here. There's that imbalance above that. So, oh, we are. We're there right now. Okay, perfect. So now we're seeing the market trade up and above into this price action, filling this imbalance and then dropping. So I did expect a sell-off from here, And as you just mentioned, could we be seeing a shakeout right here? And honestly, it looks like it's pretty solid. Actually, I got to move quick here. We took out all of this liquidity. The market came down, traded sideways here for 20 minutes or so. So I'm going to pull the trigger on this bad boy right here, right now for oil sells. And then, yeah, let's take this thing for a spin. Oh, ENPH just gapped up. Finally. So I'm going to take a 3/4 risk trade on this one. That should have been market executed. Hold on. Oh, okay, we're in. So, yeah, taking the trade here, and then profit-wise, let's zoom out a little bit. Profit-wise, I think we can work our way at least down to where we have this imbalance, if not further. I kind of want to see how we work our way down. But on top of this sell, oil also, crashed down here to set up a buy position. So I'm going to keep it conservative since we're going against the trend today and just kind of trade into this imbalance fill. This in itself is still over a 2R. Actually, go a little bit higher, 2.4R. And then we can go with that. I want to see where ENPH just gapped up to because it looks like it was a pretty significant jump. Been holding this guy for a bit here. So here we go. Stocks jumped up to 41. Oh, yesterday we jumped up a crazy amount. I didn't come back down and eliminate these retail buyers from these positions. So let's see if that's going to happen. Right now we are alive over here. And so willing to take that position. That's cool. Now we can go take a look at how our indices opening with all of this. So are we going to have the potential of a good idea over here? Dow is holding up within the zone, which is fine. It wasn't like we were looking for a trade here anyways. So ends up mitigating pretty decent out of here. So it would have been a nice push. But now it's working its way down. S&P working its way down, and NQ working its way down. So we got some movement over here. We also have, we have this setup on NASDAQ way up here, which I had talked about yesterday. And this is coming back up to rejecting, closing out of Friday the 16th. So it's been a week since we traded all the way over here. So we could see a reversal out of the zone. So this remains a potential idea as well. And then right now, though, in the small time frame, we're taking a look at how is this moving along? What kind of movement can we see? And I just feel like we're going to end up going for London lows here, New York lows, getting down below a bit further. And Dow is definitely leading the way to the downside right here. Big time, big time, big time. So Dow kind of kicking things off. Very bearish after we see a nice little pump. So right here, right, big push up. And now we're seeing the market work its way back down. Our oil trade got real close over here. Actually, historically speaking, right, we've noticed that it can get very close and then run. So let's see if that's going to be the case. But yeah, anyways, we're starting to see this move. So with oil, or with Dow, my apologies. With Dow Jones, we get a nice pump up here. Let's now see if this is going to be maintainable. So is there going to be bearish structure? Are we going to keep going down? And then does the market want to trade out of here again in the future? So we'll see if that's going to be the case. We'll keep our eye out on this. And then we are up, looking to push below. Yesterday, we had Asian session lows over here. And then New York had a pullback down into this range as well that we haven't tackled on. So I think these are options. It's just a matter of giving this some time. Okay. So no rush with indices. At least I don't think there's a rush to start this session off. So we'll come back to this. And that brings us down to metals. Metals end up, trading down into these levels, clears out. Not quite New York session, liquidity or anything like that. But we do trade down into here. We take out Tokyo lows. The market starts to kind of build higher lows, just structure following it along pretty nicely. So here you had a sell-off. Then during London session, this ends up mitigating the sell and just nicely working its way to the upside. I can't say that I absolutely love price action over here. I don't really think there's too much going on. Like, everything kind of already rebalanced and it's looking pretty clean. So I'm not really chasing anything over here. I wish I could be like, yeah, here's the setup on gold, but there's not really much going on. And then silver, on the other hand, though, looks a bit different. Like the London lows, like look at how silver has made higher highs already. It's trading up here. Already took out London, Tokyo highs. It's so close to hitting 100. So close to hitting 100. And so we do have the big push down here. We see the market then rally. So if we continue to maintain bullish structure, yeah, we might just see this come down. I think we're about to get stopped out on oil. It's like at those equal highs again. So that might be a small loss to kick off this session, which is okay, right? We're not immune to that. That's how the game goes. So, but that's why I was willing to take the shakeout, and I did have some sort of feeling of going a little bit less risk on this idea. But who knows? Maybe we survive. But yeah, if we continue to maintain up here, if we continue to just sustain bullish price action, then a buy in this zone feels good. Okay. So we'll keep an eye out on this. I'll set an alert if we come and work our way back down to where we had the sell-off here, and we can go from there. So that's metals. I believe, was it Lonzo? I think you said there's something about the yen. So what are your thoughts on the yen, Lonzo? How do you feel about all this? Huge pump here during London Asian session, this crossover. Massive move to the upside, and then everything comes crashing back down. So it kind of goes both ways. We push to the downside. This is not as sustainable. Goes flying up here. Come take out the highs. So this liquidates everybody, playing into the imbalance. And then we come back down to life over here. And, here we climbed up towards this area and then kind of just chopped our way through. So if we work our way up one more time, I am open to selling up above here. Because this does not look like a higher high. This does not look like it's creating bullish structure by any means. This looks like it liquidated everybody, came back down to establish, to kind of set the tone and lure in more buyers during London. So yeah, if we get all the way up to here, I'm open to shorting. Okay, in the meantime, let's take a look at Dow. Dow is pushing lower and lower and lower. So we're seeing we're breaking above, right? We're starting to break below this price action over here. How does NQ and S&P look? Look at all of this liquidity S&P is creating. Jesus. And I got stopped out on oil. But that's all good. I was willing to take this, right? So let's review this real quick. We don't run away from the losses. We don't hide from these things. what was the setup, right? We saw the market clear out tons of liquidity, play into the imbalance as well. So check. The market then, after doing so, plays into the, starts to fill into this imbalance. We see some sideways movement. Valid to me. And then, I was just expecting this to work its way down. We got a little rejection, but nothing crazy. Kind of filled the imbalance. Didn't quite break below. So, I mean, if I look at this again, would I take this again? Honestly, yeah. Like, I don't really see the problem with a trade here. That's a loss that I'm cool taking. You could argue maybe we could have had longer, like, retail buys loading in here, but I don't know. I feel good about it. It's not a bad loss in my opinion. Okay, so we have a ridiculous amount of liquidity building up here for S&P. So just a ton of it. While Dow is only going lower. So in my opinion, the Dow sell is building up more and more potential. We've been below this now for the last 10 minutes. The longer we stay down here, the better. The longer we stay down here, the better. So let's see it through. I feel like we have another push down coming. So retail right now is feasting on S&P. Support, traders that buy on support, they're loving this. This is just easy money for them. Those are signs for us, okay, that there are stops below this. So there is motive for price to work its way down again. The question is it going to reject this? So is it worth buying down there? Now, we saw yesterday, right, we saw the market reject here. So we saw a clean mitigation. I'm curious if NASDAQ mitigated this move down, but if we had that exchange of money and not this over here. I don't know if that makes any sense, but because the money, this pulls into our zone here. We had another sell-off and reject. Could we still see another reversal if the market gets below this? So I am curious to see London lows here get broken below. I'm not opposed to buying here. I'd probably go half hour. NQ is definitely holding structure significantly better than Dow and a bit better than S&P. So I'm curious. We'll see what's good. S&P, and the reason I'm curious is because S&P also is this is holding it down really well. We have very good structure, higher highs, maintainable all across the board. We haven't worked our way down to this level by any means. We haven't been down here. So buys in this area definitely have a case. And then we could ride this into London highs, Tokyo highs, like trading up into this range. So I'm open to this for sure. And worst case, if it fails, then we have, other opportunities lower in the zones. All right. Okay. So let's see. Quick recap. Gold slowly pushing. No entries like I mentioned on here. I think everything has done what it's needed to. It's been efficient, mitigating small time frames as well. So just good, clean price action. Silver continuing to maintain above these levels. So just creating more and more proof that the market is going to be sustainable up here. And this 100 is looking more and more likely. Oil still cooking. We have oil. I don't think this is going to happen today, but like I mentioned earlier, Here we had the sell-off with oil, and I think we can work our way down towards these areas eventually. Now that the market is seemingly staying up here, we have more and more proof that this can play out. So here we go. And then we've seen a good amount of support around these areas here. So looking for like a specific buy position. This looks like a pretty decent area. Pretty high up in the zone. But based on what we're seeing, I think the risk reward still seems pretty likely to give us a good opportunity here. So here is the idea with oil. With oil. Go a little bit higher actually. Kind of in this order block right there. So a little under a 4R. So let me just share this one with y'all. We got today's setups. All right, and I'll just add to these as we go on, but I'll post them already. Shout out to the boy Sani, too, for getting funded. Gabriel, yesterday. Y'all are killing it. Okay. Let's check back in with these indices. What it do? What we doing here? What we doing? Okay, let's zoom out a little bit. Starting to see S&P work these lows. Starting to get closer. What's it going to be, folks? Y'all going to take a buy here if it clears these lows? How we feeling? Something like this, I think, is possible. Curious if it's going to be NQ or if it's going to be S&P. And where do we take this to? Right now, it looks like NQ is dropping slightly less aggressively than S&P. So I would want to see, all of this liquidity get swept up here, over here. So let's see, let's wait it out. I swear, I thought I had alert here if it gets below. I guess not. Vamos a ver. All right, in the chat, let me know, what do you guys have in mind if you have anything else that you're looking at. Hit a beautiful 1 to 3 on the oil buy. I love it. Good stuff. Good work. Yeah, a lot of non-indices stuff definitely can play out after it goes into the next session. Absolutely. Are we back? I didn't notice the stream stopped. I noticed it happened yesterday too. Not sure why, but yeah, no, we're good. All right. We still good. We still good. Shout out the boy Johnny. Half our loss on oil. News in 4. Oh, that's right. We do have news. Yeah, Isaid, exactly. Other people also got a free trade TopStep account. Not me, not yet, but you know, let's show me some love, yeah? Come on. All right, S&P coming for the lows. It does look like it's going to trigger this first. Para los que me escuchan aquí en español, estoy buscando la compra con Nasdaq, no con S&P. I see USD pairs have similar movement on oil or gold, but they are a bit far. Yeah, agreed. This is giving Dow Jones more and more proof. So let's see what happens. Now oil wants to drop. I see you. At this point, it seems pretty likely. I'm actually gonna set a limit here. I'm not gonna do a full risk on this, but I like our chances here. I like our chances. I need one more contract in there. Oh, wow, that's a pretty big difference. What do I want to do here? No, I'll go with 4 contracts. That's cool. That's fine. All right, so you said the yen. What do you got on the yen? Here's your TopStep. Bro. Michael, you don't have to do that, bro. I'm going to send that back to you. Stop playing. They'll get me. Don't worry. I appreciate you, Michael. That's love, man. Damn. Birthday session is lit. Got a cake. Got some wine. Got a TopStep account. Y'all giving back, man. Means a lot, guys. Y'all gonna get me crying on the stream. Oh, yeah, the yen. This was the yen idea. That's right. I forgot. We were looking for a shakeout. Man, that would be a lot of volatility, though, Alonzo. I don't know if we're going to get all this today. But, yeah, basically, we'd look, since this is kind of building up, retail stops here, retail stops over here. Let's lure in some more buys and then rip it back down. You know what? I wonder if we end up seeing Dow climb up first. So Dow right now is for sure the most bearish between everything here. Like, this is still trading down here basically at its lows, while we're seeing S&P and NQ way higher in structure. Like, NQ's way up here. So I wonder if we get Dow to come back up, sell off, and then do its thing. The one thing I don't love is that on the 15-second, we already got this. Like, we already came back down and up and then immediately closed out of here and sold off. All right, so, I don't know if this is going to play out. And I have to make a decision here rather quickly, it seems like. This is unfortunate. London highs are way up there. We're squeezing. There's consolidation up in these ranges as well. I think it's pointing towards skipping out on this one because of the price action we got actually right away. Not just because we came up here, but the way it reacted was so, like, this looks like buys and then sells definitely come in here and make some noise. So, but then the argument would be, well, there's a lot of liquidity here anyways. So is there motive for this to turn around as well? So we're seeing New York highs right here. New York open highs are up here on S&P. NASDAQ's New York open highs is up here as well. As of this instance, I'm going to either stay out or go half R with something like this, because it does seem like we rejected already this order. But that in itself is another move, right? That big pump up to here and a drop. So unless we get... Okay, so look at that. NQ just took the highs. S&P is close. Look at that. All right, and NASDAQ definitely leading. Okay. Clearing the highs there. S&P close, but not quite. And then Dow still holding it down over here. Appreciate it, Toby. They gave you 150K. Sick, man. Congrats. NQ buy, but NQ put out of an order block, not... It didn't mitigate it. It played out of here first. So NQ rejected this, if this is what you're talking about. NQ didn't break structure or anything yet over here. We'll see. I prefer the buys for sure. For NQ, I feel like it's looking a little bit easier of a trade. Whether it's NASDAQ or S&P, I guess we'll see. I think I'm gonna stake it out, guys. I'm gonna stay out of this one. Thank you, Christian. Appreciate you, man. I'm gonna block your number so you can't. Oh man, okay. Respect. All right, so these are climbing their way back up. S&P is pushing towards here. Right, this is the original idea, to sell in here, basically. I don't love it. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. All right, look at that. Nice little liquidity sweep. Plays into the imbalance. Starting to short from here. Let's see. NQ pushing higher. S&P still not quite above that. Yeah, if I were to take, let's say, now S&P has swept the highs. This might, now it has a better shot of reversing from here. So, yeah, I mean, I think if it was trading a little higher, maybe I would have taken this with less risk. Like, let's say we had it like this. Then cool, we could have looked for something here. But I don't know. We just have, we have a lot. There's just more we can climb, because not only is it New York open right there, but you have all of this consolidation. So there's a lot of motive for this to just sweep even higher. This is just liquidity sitting here on not just S&P, but on NQ as well. And Q can definitely go to the upside more. So, yeah, I'm not in a rush. As you guys know, if you have more opportunities, then wait for those instead of just having to force something here. If, for example, if S&P just keeps ripping and taking out all of this consolidated movement, so let's say we just, I guess it's doing literally right now. All right, now it's starting to break out. NQ is starting to break out, and Dow's still chilling. This is giving a pretty good run for the money, though. Look at that. Now S&P taking out the highs. NQ's about to take out London highs. This wants me to sell YM. Let's see. Will NASDAQ take out London highs? S&P, I think YM is probably going down, right? Like, look at the difference in price action. It's substantial. Nice little super liquidity. If I had maybe like a little bit more conviction, I would have sold this. The original play looks like it's good. Anyone get it? Got gold sell for a 3R. Nice. Let's go, Kanzada. You're on fire, dude. You've been killing it. I love to see it. Congrats, man. You deserve it. You deserve it. Well, not man. Obviously, ma'am. But no, we love to see this. Anyone take Dow? Nope. Okay. Sticking to your guns. Sticking to your guns. All right. NQ now has taken out London highs. Let it be known. All right. NQ is taking out London highs. S&P is breaking above. And Dow here is chilling. I'm going to take a tiny risk here. I'm going to risk half. Let's see. One more unit. 250. I'm open to it. I like what I'm seeing here. This is holding it down so well. So I'm cool with, actually I wanted to do a market execution. And then let's sell this here. This under leveraged me. That's okay. So why did I take this? One, we had a potential mitigation from here. Two, we had a massive divergence in price action. So you're seeing Dow Jones just big chilling, bearish, lower highs, while S&P breaking above, all of this liquidity playing into imbalance. We have NASDAQ finally took out London highs here, maybe, and could possibly mitigate out of this. So there's like even more opportunity. And then S&P has all of this liquidity to target down there. And then you also have, again, right, we had the movement here. So looks like it's playing out. And then so where can this go to? Let's say this does play out. Let's say this does make its thing, do its thing. I think we could see it work its way all the way down into this imbalance. So willing to see this ride it out and go from here. Regarding trade management, so when to move my stop loss, how to protect your capital. The big pump that I see is this one. So about 90 or 87 points. So assuming that this is going to actually respect that, I think we can work our way, down over to here before moving stops to just adjusting stops and everything. Let's see. I could be wrong. This has happened before. It's happened today. So, all right. So let's seeing a pretty good move here. And Dow is dropping while S&P and NASDAQ still haven't stopped going higher. Like they're still pushing. So it looks like, I feel like we might even see, not sure if we're going to see the NQ mitigation right here, or if this is just going to go and take out Tokyo highs and New York highs first. And I think Alex was talking about that on here. Yeah, this is the difference, the divergence is pretty impressive at this point. Yeah. Obviously, you guys saw it was a real-time decision. There was just so much divergence that I felt like, all right, let's come on, let's do something here. Didn't go full risk. Didn't need to either. This kind of rejection is pretty strong. 75 points or so. I wonder what this looks like with YM. So let me just double check this because this could be all the difference. 84 points. 83, 84 points. YM has dropped 83. Ooh, okay. So I'm going to move my stops down now. Tighten up a little bit here. Worst case, I'll lose, I don't know, like a very, very minuscule amount. That's okay, if that's the case. I can live with that. And then, yeah, whatever happens, happens now. Got in a good position to win. If it rolls, it rolls. If not, then we got another setup in the future. I'm fairly sure we'll see another setup moving forward. But cool thing is we got to about a 1-to-1. It would have been a little more. It would have been more contracts if I would have had my stop right here. But I just kind of focused on the structure at the top. Even now, look at the divergence. Like, I think the real drop is going to come when NQ takes out Tokyo highs. That's what feels like. That's how that's going to roll here. But, yeah, I mean, despite so much movement, Dow's still giving signs of more bearish momentum. All right. So, anyone sneak in here with me after, like, we just were seeing more and more signs of divergence? Harshly, this is basically what we were talking about yesterday, right, on the syndicate session, where, like, when you start seeing that evidence and you're seeing more liquidations with the correlated assets, like, do you make that decision? So I feel like that's kind of what we talked about yesterday. Yeah, right. How'd you get the orders placed on the left instead of the right? I think it was like I right clicked. I believe I did this yesterday. I went to settings and then orders. So in the trading section, orders and position alignment left. Yeah. And you can change these to say like how many ticks it is, percentage, changes to whatever you want. Fair value gaps. Mike, you don't use inefficiencies, just candles with a huge body with mitigation. Fair value gaps. I mean, I do, but not for entries, really. Yeah, I've never studied ICT, so like, after I was like a couple years ago, I tried listening to something, but like, thank you. It just didn't like. I just didn't like his approach. Wasn't for me. But hey, people went with his stuff, so that's what's up. What is that forex? This is futures. I mean, we also trade currencies, which is the foreign exchange. That is what that is. Yeah. So this is Dow Jones. I got the NYO cell. MYM. NQ. Silver hit 100. Woo! 100. Epic. Absolutely epic. Let's go. Drop 100 in the chat for silver. 100. Okay. What do we got? So S&P and NQ kind of squeezing up above after sweeping London. That squeeze, you know what that means. That's a big move coming, up or down. Hopefully down, right? Let's see. With today's trade, today will be a payout day. Today will be a withdrawal day. This trade hits or something else does later, then today will be a payout day. Got to, you know, birthday, you got to pay myself. Up or down, always the big question. Yeah. Facts. That is the question. That is the question. What I love about how like our chances with this idea is that although NQ and S&P are slightly going, you know, higher highs, higher lows, Dow is still just holding down the 4. Like the bears are in there. Yo, Nance just made me this adorable coffee. I don't know if y'all can see this. It's actually it's overflowing with love. Apparently, there's a little heart on it. Oh my god, there's so much. What is this, whipped cream? It's just fire. Oh my god, my insulin levels just went crazy. The amount of sugar in this thing. Yo, it's just flowing. It's over. It's flooding. Help me. Jesus Christ. Well, why not, right? Start the day with some dessert. Am I going to get a Lambo SVJ? No, I don't really care for Lamborghinis like that. I almost got one in 2021. Yeah. I don't know. I just can't rationalize spending $350,000 on like a toy. I don't know. It's not really. I'd rather just like, I look at it this way, and this is my perspective. Like, also I'm in the city, so right now it makes no sense whatsoever. Logically, not a good decision. But $300,000 like is about. Here's a way to look at it. Here's how I assess these things. To maintain my parents in El Salvador, and Nancy's family, like let's say they wanted to stay, like I don't know, in Mexico or something. To do both of those things, a Lambo is like, with maintenance and everything, like 10 years of being able to do that. You know what I mean? So I'd rather be able to do that for 10 years than have a toy, an adult toy. It's still cool. I think like, you know, like I'm sure like maybe when we're not in the city or at some point, or like, I don't know, dropping 100 something. Like I like a 911, I'm gonna get one. But like I want that to be just like a trade. Like one trade. That's kind of my goal. That one trade is the car. That's what I'm like, all right, this is not even fiscally irresponsible at this point. But that's how I feel about it. Oh, hey, what's up? Dow Jones. Hey, buddy. Thanks for playing. All right, so now we're starting to... Did I just lose the stream? No, we're good. I lost the chat, though. Come back, chat. So good move down. Here, this little spike down, I'm curious if this is going to hold or not. I'm going to move my stop upwards more into profit. Here, let me just go break even real quick, and then let me go down, smaller time frame. So there's a chance we might get a sweet liquidity push here. If this is a quick, like a fast move up, then I would prefer to just not, like, if this comes up super fast, then this was meant for something else. You know what I mean? So I'm going to move my stop into here. McLaren 720S. I actually prefer, funny enough, I think I like the aesthetic of a McLaren 720S better. But after driving them, they're just not as comfortable, to be honest. For me, it just wasn't like the vibe. Yeah. We're going to Japan, man. Yeah, we're going to Japan. All right, so good price action with Dow so far. This thing is rolling up, rolling down, moving smooth. The spike up was a lot stronger with S&P, with NQ, so that's, I think, pretty good signs across the board that we're going to maybe just keep chopping our way down. And then zooming out a little more, just a little bit more here. A little bit more. We have the potential to continue to just ride this imbalance, either to here or even further. I'm going to play out of where we're seeing, S&P and NQ trade into, because NQ and S&P are still holding structure really well. So S&P clearing these London lows could function as an exit target for me with Dow Jones. So we'll kind of see how those line up, because we also have NQ that has London lows to sweep. There's a lot of easy retail buyers over here, so I'm going to use that as a guide for the exit with Dow as well. That big drop that happened with Dow, it liquidated a lot of positions to the left. Could this not become a shakeup as it's not cleared where it fell from? I know it's lagging. A buy on Dow or a sell? Kinder? Well, one, I wouldn't be looking for buys on Dow because it's definitely not as bullish as everything else. I don't know if this sell is what you're looking for. So let me know. I almost got one. How can you say that so casually? I have a nice watch. So, and even then, like the watch, I'm just like, this thing's kind of useless. It's not like we're really getting it for telling time. We gotta like, it's up in value though, so that's cool. It's alive. You're good. I didn't market execute. It's okay. I wasn't sure if I was going to either. So. Trading out in Cali this morning. Market up at 6:30. Yeah, rough, man. Rough. Yeah, New York Sesh is nice. It's later. Almost got one. The Lambo. Casual. You got to make decisions, man. And, well, it was going to be more for rental. Like, we were going to use it for, like, luxury rentals. One of our homies out there has a partner who he has a whole bunch of them, so he already has like an ecosystem for them. So that would be like the main thing that I'd be cool with. Like that makes more sense to me, and I feel way less attached going about it that way. Which actually, maybe that's exactly how we should do it. I don't know why I didn't think of that. That makes more sense. Like have the toy, but being detached to it and having it more function as an asset. That kind of makes more sense. Like, okay, cool, it's not being used. All right, you can drive it, but like the priority would be for it to create income. So like Turo, stuff like that. That kind of makes more sense. But that's assuming that the demand is there. And I don't know how much demand there is when it's negative 1,000,000 degrees out here. C8 is less than half the price and it's faster than Lambo. Yeah, definitely sometimes. Just being transparent, it's not the same vibe. Doesn't matter. It's not the same energy, bro. I've driven a Corvette and I've driven a Lambo, and the Lambo just feels better. It feels cooler every time. McLaren feels better. Porsche feels better. Maybe that's just like that's my take, obviously. Just like, but sitting in it is not the same thing. You can buy and give it to me. Nothing says attachment like a giveaway. Oh, man. You know what? That's convenient, huh? So this Dow is holding this pretty well. Man, I kind of want to give this more room because it did sustain. Like, for example, originally I didn't want the stop here, or I wanted to stop here in case it was just going to spike down and spike back up. But I mean, I guess that is exactly what it's doing. It just took a little bit longer. We stayed down here for like 6 minutes or so, and then it just like woke up just now. So that's the only reason I'm giving it a little bit more space, was because I didn't want it to be so fast. And then looking at the here, like I think we can take out, look at this, right? We can take out Tokyo highs with NQ, and then Dow can make the next leg down. So context clues, right? It's not that I don't want to get, it's not that I'm unwilling to take a stop profit. That's fine. But the context clues of the market here are that we might see NQ clear the Tokyo high and then make the drop. We see that happen all of the time, and that could still give Dow a chance to stay in the game. So we'll see. Otherwise, I'm wrong, and whatever. We had a chance, and that's all that we got. But the reward potential, so also thinking about it this way, and this is just how I look at the market, but there's so much more upside than to, like a 10, 20-point difference for the stop loss. The upside is just significant. So, like, the pros of the idea make so much more sense. So, all right, there we go. So, NQ now taking out Tokyo highs. Is this going to be enough? Is the question. Because now it can take out some of this. Even now it sucks. This is annoying, but like even now I'm like, I still kind of want to give it more room here because of that. Did S&P take out the highs too? All right, perfect. So, but that's my thought process. Like, I'm willing to give up. What am I willing to give up? What am I willing to gain? So this works out if this is a liquidity sweep and then we're going to rally to the downside. Otherwise, this mitigation clearly played out here. But it doesn't seem like this is going to stop. So that's as far as I'm going to go there. Yeah, I think that's it. We'll see if I get lucky. And then where did S&P just trade to? S&P is still not quite down there, But NQ doing his thing. All right, so that's cool. I was willing to see this through. If I get lucky and survive, that's what's up. But if not, then that's okay. Because the downside potential was juicy. It was juicy. And even now, if I wanted to, I guess I could just go a little bit more, and what's the difference? But yeah, this ended up being basically looks like a shakeout. And maybe I was just blind to it, but clears the lows over here, right? Works its way down to here. But the buy didn't really make as much sense to me because we don't have, like, NQ and S&P were more bullish. So, yeah. Either way, this was not giving back. The max, if I had a perfect exit, it would have been like, I don't know, 1.5 R or something. So, not a big thing. And then here we go. So, NQ cleared the highs. S&P has a little bit more to run before getting to London highs and then Tokyo highs. So, there is more incentive, more motive for this to drop. What's going to be tragic is if Dow does fall from here and I just needed to keep my stop over here. That I'm going to be salty about if that's the case. Yeah, okay. That makes sense, Brandon. Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down now. MA competition. Might get that NAS. So, for sure, the downside of the NAS sell, though, which is annoying, is that, I mean, we're seeing Dow is still way more bullish. And even now, I still feel like there's a chance Dow sells from here. There's a chance, but at this point, there's not an entry anymore, right? It's just like, oh, whatever. I would rather just wait for a new setup, higher probabilities, and go from there. I wonder, reaccumulation. I'm not sure. But guys, I'm not going to stay on here much longer. We're going to wrap it up right there. It was a good time. I appreciate you guys. Thank you all for randomly sending me some cash here for my birthday. That was super not necessary by any means. So it means a lot. Yeah, it means a lot. Thank you guys for the thank you, Michael, for the TopStep account. And Harshi for the one, and Mateo for the cake, man. 20. I think y'all sent me like $120 today. So appreciate you guys. That's love. Obviously, we do this for free, and I just want to see you guys win. Want to see you guys get better and have the best chance at developing yourselves, turning this into a reality. There's so much more we want to keep giving and contributing here. There's a lot that we have to do. Between spending time actively trading, making decisions, and all of that, and then wanting to make content for y'all, developing the current traders in the syndicate program. It is a lot of work, but there's so much more that we can do, and I think the mission really is to help at least 1,000 people make $10,000 this year trading here. That's what we want, right? Whether it's within the syndicate or not. And so, yeah. And you know what? For my birthday, we'll do this. For those of you that have been, kind of tiptoeing around it, wanting to do the syndicate or maybe not doing the syndicate, whatever, since I'm turning 31 today, then I'm down to do 31% off the upfront payment. So if that's you and you've been needing an excuse, you've been needing a deal in order to lock in with it, I will be more than happy for me to do that. And then, but much love, guys. We'll leave it at that. Appreciate you all. And I can't wait to be here with y'all again on Monday. All right. Enjoy it, guys. Stay active. Stay grateful. Right. Feel good. Make sure you're changing your physical state. And that is going to trigger everything else. So stay locked in, and I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in the chat. If there's something going on, we'll chop it up. But peace out, guys. Later.